Hello everybody and welcome back to Dickie's Videos where no war game remains unplayed. Further ado, here we are with our 2020 Season 8 Digital League lineup. I just want to, before I start this video, to say a big thank you to everybody who looks at my videos, who comments, who likes, comes back every single day. It makes what I do on my channel so worth it and so much fun. I have so much fun making these videos, but also I'm glad you guys and girls have a fantastic time watching them. So here we are, Season 8. I've actually gone for 4 of the themed lists. So first of all, we're going to look at the biblical. So I'm in Division C, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're Greeks. We're Greeks bearing gifts. So there's a few familiar faces in this league here, but also in Division B. I could appreciate I'm in Division C. I did well with my Greeks in Season 7, but I made some mistakes. I know where I went wrong before, and I know what I'm going to do. So, looking at the list again, we've got heavy chariots, which it's worth having 1 or 2 to hide, to cause some harassment. 1 cavalry, 1 armoured hoplite, veteran hoplites, brilliant. You can't go wrong with armoured hoplites. Keep them in the back. They bump up and they can hurt people, especially when you stick a C&C or a sub-general. Armoured hoplites, the backbone of the Greek army. They're ready to plug them gaps. Offensive spearmen, they will mangle your day, but unfortunately, citizen hoplites not as good. If I've got the spare points, I will drop a 2 in there. Irregular foot, I try not to take the irregular foot or the raw hoplites if I don't have to. Of course, I'll be taking all of my skirmishers here, which are my archers, slingers, and light javelinmen, because I've got hardly any shooting. So for the Korean Greek, the 1630 to 461 BC, it's a solid list. I like it. I really do like it. This is why I've chosen it again. But I've got some interesting games coming up. A few similar names in the league startup, but some new ones. Got some Egyptians, I've got to be careful. Carthaginian, I can beat Carthaginian. Utarian, so we're going to have lots Syrian, got to be careful. Got to be careful of that cavalry. Interesting. Barry. It's going to be interesting to see what he plays. He's somebody actually I played before, and he's a very good player. So I'm feeling confident. I'm not going to be too cocky in this Division C, but I've got to say there's some good lists I'm fighting. So terrain, of course, factoring in this point. We'll see what happens. But love my Greeks. So there we go. I think I'm pretty good. I've got a good tactic. We're gonna hold. If Simon's watching, he probably is, Mr. Hyde. I'll be on a hill somewhere. Where are your Spartans going to be? And I can see there's a lot of good players here. A lot of good players. Snuggle Bunnies, he's an amazing player. And also, he has got his own YouTube channel. So if you Google YouTube Snuggle Bunnies, he's made his own channel. He's really good. And he's a long-time favourite of mine, even though he beats the crap out of me every single time. There's a few other good people I've actually played in the other time. So there we go. The Greeks bearing gifts. So we're going to go to my next list, which is for... Sorry, the first one was, of course, for my biblical. We are for the classical antiquity, and we've chosen Indo-Parthian. I've had some fun. Oh, sorry, I've gone straight past it here. Just bear with me 1 second. I really should have paused the video and done it. Is it 60? There we go. And there's the list. I looked at this list and thought, hey, you know what? It's going to do well. Until I come against a pike army, and then I'm dead. But we'll see. So looking at the top list, we've got some, of course, Indian elephants, which are good for, of course, disrupting the enemy cavalry. They are not, they're supported. They're like a monster. They're a monster. They'll do well supported, or, but unfortunately they will get shot to bits. Cataphracts, solid, but still flighty. Got to keep them protected. Got to use them, hit hard at the right time. Nomad horse archers. It does exactly what it says on the tin, ladies and gentlemen. It shoots things up. And that's what I'm going to do with all these archers. When I come across the Macedonian list, I'm going to probably camp on some hill somewhere if I can and shoot them up. But the Persians, we're going to be in trouble. The Samnite are medium infantry. They're going to struggle against me. The Seleucid are going to do very well against me. Roman. I've played Parthian versus Roman recently, and I beat the Roman player, but I've got to draw them out. My list here is to weaken them before I charge. So we've got the elephants, the cataphracts, the nomad horse archers, the unarmoured Nords, the Indian cavalry. So people don't use this all the time. I love this unit. It is protected. It's quite good. It's good just to dart around, cause some havoc. That is what I'm going to do. And of course, more nomad light horse archers. Of course, light horse archers, light javelin horse, Indian close fighters. They're brilliant. You know, I rarely use them, and when I do, I always forget how good they are. Irregular foot, unfortunately, are irregular foot. Indian archers are just Indian archers. Unfortunately, they will get massed up in combat. And Eastern archers. So we're a very shooty list here. A very dark elf list, as I would say, because I'm a 8th edition fantasy player. A very hit hard when I can. A glass hammer. This list is a glass hammer to me. I've got to play it right, play the terrain right, and see how that goes. So still, I've got high hopes. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so we're going to go on to the late antiquity list, and we rolled up. I mean, I like the system how Pete's done it. You know, I've only had to change one on my lists. So Frankish 260, there we go. So noble cavalry, solid there. We've got superior warband, solid again. Love superior warband. Unfortunately, they can become flighty. We just got to deal with that. Warband close order. What they say on the tin? They are the the charging close order tribesmen. They are there to upset people, and a lot of them. Light archers. So this list here is either I'm going to have to play very defensively or very aggressively, depending on the situational. When you think about it, we've got some cavalry armies, massive cavalry armies, Bishop, the Byzantines, the Arabs. Like I said, the Arab lists in this entire Series 8 scare me. The Arab list, I've seen the Arab list play really well. And we're in Division E here, so we have actually gone up. I think we've gone up, but I think we did well last time. I think we've gone up, and there's a few similar people we're in thing, but yeah. Smith chose Pictish. You chose my list. I would have. I'm scared of the Arab list and the Roman list, but there we go. So we lack cavalry, but what we make up in cavalry, we make up in men. So there we go. So we're going to go to our early Middle Ages, and this is the one I had to choose again because I didn't get my first choice. 46. There we go. So. Never underestimate the Indian army list. Never underestimate it. We've got good elephants. We've got 4 choices of elephants at 60. They're average. We've got superior Indian. This is the reason I probably went for this list more than anything, was because of the superior Indian lance. And of course, the Indian lance again, but of course the protected version and not superior. But that's superior. We've got the light horses, the Indian light horse, the Indian close fighter, which, like I said before, is a very underestimated unit. You know, it can sit in rough terrain. It can hold its own. It is still protected, light spear and swordman, so there is some benefits there. Of course, the main thing why I chose this army, the Indian archer. I will rain death down on as much French, Arab, and doily. I'm scared of this guy. Anglo-Danish, General Shaper. I played him in one of the Siberian tournaments recently, actually. Arabs, Persians, and of course Vikings. I've got to use the cover. I've got to hit hard at the right time. But still, I am semi-confident with this list because I like the Indian list. So there we go. That is our lineup. So we go from Greeks, we go from Indo-Parthian, we go from Frankish to Indian. It's going to be a rocky road the next few weeks. You won't probably see. It starts on the 1st of June. You probably won't see any content for a couple of weeks, depending which one of these themes like I do first and play first and record, because I am planning to record every video here, folks, and just like I said, click that subscribe button and it will be in this playlist. And of course, yet again I want to say thank you to everybody who watches my videos, but also people who support me on Patreon. But you guys just coming back every day, and it's, you know, I really enjoy doing my Field of Glory too. You know, the good times, the bad times, the extremely lucky times I have on my videos, and you folks just make it what it is. Okay, folks, hopefully in a couple of weeks' time we will see my forces on the field. We're gonna play. We've got tactics. We know what we're doing, and I might do a couple of streams before this goes off if I get time to actually show what I'm planning to do. All right, folks, have a great evening. See you in the next battlefield. And have a great day.